But y'all, we got like a quarter mile down the road and I got hit with the worst stomach cramps. So we decluttered our budget and we got a new car. I was so excited. You're the only reason I'm not chasing. Hello, sunshines. Lots to talk about. I struggle where to put my camera because if I put you too close this way, you get a view of all that you don't want to look at. And if I put you over this way, the sun is bright and I'm dark. It's weird. So this is the best I can do for right now. Maybe the next video will have a ring light set up. I have it. I just don't want to get it out. Am I lazy? Yes. Anyway, so how are we doing today? I'm doing really good. I got up this morning. I got ready. I straightened my hair. I think it looks very pretty today, if I do say so myself. I hope you're doing fantastic. First of all, I bought a new cup at Dollar General, $5. And I bought it for water, but I'm drinking Pepsi out of it. Because as much as I'd like to drink coffee, my body goes into a revolt. It tries to kill me. So I'm just gonna stick with soda for now. And I've tried to do sparkling water and it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I don't know. I like my drink to burn my tongue and make tingles, which is ironic because I'm terrified of any food doing that to me because it means I'm allergic to it and I have PTSD and I have panic attacks. That is not even joking. That's dead serious. Anyway, so it's got watermelons on it and I'm obsessed. Perfect for summer. It's a vibe and I'm really excited about it. But the main thing I'm coming on here is to talk to y'all. All right, so I know I've talked to you in the past about the vehicles that we have. We have an SUV that my husband inherited from his mother in 2009, I think. It's been a bit. It's been a hot minute. And then we had a car. And this car is 2007 Ford Fusion. Great little car, but I mean, what is this year? 2022? No, 2023. Even older than I thought. Anyway, and it's falling apart and we really need a dependable vehicle. The boys are just continually getting bigger. So now the back seat is just shrinking and there's not a partition big enough to contain the Kung Fu Panda that ensues every time we get in the car. And it makes noise, it shakes really bad. The best thing about it is it goes and it has AC and the seat belts work. Perfect, but we really need a bigger vehicle. Well, long story short, my husband and I went through our budget and y'all know I love decluttering. So we decluttered our budget and we had a certain amount of money that we're like, okay, maybe we could possibly, as much as it pains me to do it, to get a car payment, we really, really need it. And I, like for 2 weeks, I was like, talking to mom, was like, Mom, I just feel physically ill getting a car payment because we haven't had a car payment in 2 years. It feels really good to not have that debt. But some debt, like it would take us forever to cash flow this. I don't even want to argue about that. Dadgummit. The way the automotive industry is right now, it's just as bad as the real estate market. Because even when we agreed, yeah, we'll do a car note, let me tell you this, we found a van for like $7,900 and it was good shape, didn't have, I think it was like 100,000 miles on it maybe. It was there's an ad. It was a Dodge Grand Caravan and my husband messaged the guy, was like, hey, we'd like to look at this, and the guy said okay, and then just I don't really understand what happened, but basically, even though we said that we would pay cash for it, or like we'd borrow money to pay for it, the guy goes, oh, we've decided we're just going to sell it at the auction. And so I got out my little prayer journal and I talked to God about it. I was like, you know what? If we're not meant to get a new vehicle right now, then so be it. I'll just suck it up and we will drive the rattle trap. That's fine, because we are grateful for it. I am not lost on the fact that many people would love to just have a running vehicle. So I'm not lost on that. I promise. I'm not a spoiled brat or anything like that. Anyway, so poured my heart out to God, and I was at peace with it. And then we found another one on Carvana. It was like $15,000 for, I think it had 75,000 miles on it. Because we're looking at vans, because that just seems like what you need for, I mean, we have 3 growing boys. I like to have some kind of larger vehicle to drive. I'm doing my hand. I don't like small vehicles with my anxiety. I like to feel like I'm on the road and I can see everything, and I'm taller than a lot of the people. And the headlights at night, they really bother my eyes. So I need to be off the road, basically. So we're looking at vans. Well, then God shut those doors, slammed them in our faces. I was like, you know what? I give up, whatever. And then from the get-go, I was thinking, you know, I know a girl that works at a car lot, but I highly doubt we'd be able to get in anything. Oh, my eyelid's twitching. I highly doubt we'd be able to get in anything for a good monthly note, because that's what I forgot to tell you guys. We did look at a regular car lot for the van, and they were quoting us at like $630 a month for a van. I was like, excuse me? Absolutely no. Immediately no. I can't. That's just not in our budget, okay? That's just not. Maybe it's in y'all's and I'm just podunk. I don't know. But even if I could afford it, the heartburn and acid reflux this is causing me to think about paying that much for a van that 2 years ago would have been closer to $350 a month. It's ludicrous. I don't understand it. I could rant and rave all day about the price of things. Y'all know inflation sucks. Anyway, so that door slammed shut in our face as well. So I remembered Justin was like, hey, reach out to your friend and see what she can do. And I was like, Lord, I'm pretty sure she can't help us, but I'm just going to message her anyway and see where it goes. So I messaged her, and I felt bad because I just did her personal messaging, but she was really sweet and she didn't mind at all. She actually sent me a picture of a vehicle she said would be perfect for us, and if we could come look at it, that would be great. And we did have a little money down, and we were going to trade in the Sorento, the Kia Sorento. Well, the next morning, we agreed to come look at it the next afternoon after Justin got off work. So the next morning I woke up and I was excited, and I had my mom come pick me up because I had to go. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all are here for story time because I've got it today. All right, so my plan was, what we had to do to trade in the Kia. Tell me if your husbands do this. He was supposed to pay his tags back in October because his birthday's in October. And he never did it. So he's just been driving the car around and we haven't had tags on the Kia. So he's like, well, Jess, you've got to go to the courthouse and get my tags so we can trade it in. I said, all right. I was like, I'd like to go to the library as well because it's across the street, you know, just right there in the vicinity. So I called my mom, and she is amazing, and she came and picked me up, and I was fine. But y'all, we got like a quarter mile down the road, and I got hit with the worst stomach cramps. I promise I'm not gonna get detailed to this, but I have gut issues, and for a while they've been getting a little better, but we've kind of changed my treatment up a little bit, and apparently today was the day for Armageddon of the guts, because we got a quarter mile down the road and I got horribly ill, and my anxiety wouldn't let me say, Mom, take me back home so I can go to the bathroom. Instead, it was like gripping the side of the seat and tell her to crank the air down because I was burning up, and to hit the gas because she was going too slow. So went down the road. It just got worse and worse, and I was starting to get where I felt like I was going to vomit everywhere. So we get to the traffic light, and across from the traffic light is a gas station, and I don't like going to gas stations. I'm scared I'm going to be trafficked or something. So we go to the gas station, because I was like, I can't help it. We got to go. So we get there, and immediately I feel a little bit better. But then I go in and I do my business. And then we come out, and I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. And we get halfway to the library. To the library. And I remembered that I had wanted to also return my son's shoes to Walmart. So I brought the receipt, forgot the shoes. So that's one stop off my list. This is all over the place. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we get to the library, and oh, I didn't tell you why I need to go to the library. I needed to print off our insurance cards because we have Root insurance. If you don't have them, I highly suggest you check them out because we were quoted at around $600 a month for the 2 cars we had by like Progressive and State Farm and all that. But then Root, it was like $125 or something like that for full coverage. I'll put a link. I'll put my referral link in the comments or in the description box if you want to check that out. I think I get like $2 or something off of my insurance. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I needed insurance cards, and I've got my phone to print them off, but my phone would not hook up to our printer, so I need to go to the library to print it off. So I go in there and I talk to the lady at the front desk, and I was like, hey, I need to use the computer. And she's like, okay, well, do you remember your PIN number? I said, no, ma'am, I do not. It's been a couple years since I've been in here to use the computer. She said, okay, well, what would you like it to be? And I told her, she goes, okay, well, that's what it is. I was like, of course it is. I use it for everything, but I always forget it. I don't know where my brain is. So I get on the computer, and as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, why am I needing the computer? I need the printer. So I log off of the computer, walk over to the help desk. I was like, sir, I need to print something off of my phone. And as I'm talking, he slowly slides this little sign over that says to print something from your phone, da 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 da. So I get all those steps done, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. My brain is scattered. Probably because my gut's so messed up. Oh my gosh. There is a correlation between gut and brain health. Anyway, so I get that done. I'm like, I feel good, Mom. Let's go to the courthouse. Well, I get to the car I get into the car from the library, and it hits me again. So we get to the courthouse, and I run inside there, and you know, you have to go through these metal detectors. You have to empty your pockets. Well, I only take my ID, the cash I needed for the tag, and peppermints, because peppermints are life. And I just throw it in the basket. Oh, and my sunglasses. So I throw them in the basket. And the man there looked at me like, and then he proceeded to play slow Tetris with all of my items and put them neatly in the basket. I was like, today is not the day, my guy. So he puts the basket through the metal detector, and I asked the elderly man standing there, I was like, sir, where are your bathrooms? And he said, well, you head up these stairs, and then you go to the right, and I'm sitting there clenching myself, you know, and then to the left. I'm like, thank you very much. And I ran upstairs, left my mom in the dust. I was like, psh, can't wait. And I am terrified to be by myself, and I'm in the courthouse. I'm terrified of the courthouse. There's just something about it. I'm terrified. So anyway, do my stuff, come out. Don't know where she is. I'm freaking out. And I find her downstairs. So we go in there, and I pay the tag. Anyway, I'm sure y'all don't care about that story at all, but this is my life, okay? So then I'm excited, get the tags, go to Mom's house, and I chill till it's time to go. So then here's the good part of the story. We get to the car lot, and we go to test drive this vehicle. And I have anxiety when I'm just with my husband or my mom driving. And at this car lot, they still make the dealership worker ride in the back seat. And I was having stomach cramps anyway. So I was like, okay, well, I'll test drive it around the parking lot. And she's like, they're going to want you to take it down on the road. And I was like, okay. So I know it sounds really stupid that I couldn't test drive a vehicle for me out on the road, but it was a bad day. It was just bad. So my husband test drove it, drove like a dream. So we went back in, and another short story long, as Kim from the WAD says, 2 hours later, we got a new car. And I was so excited, and I'm going to show it to you now. So it's not a van. So it's like God showed up and showed out, gave me more than anything I could ask for, because all I said I wanted in a car was working seatbelts, air conditioning, and sits high off of the ground. That was it. So let me show you what we got. I'll give you a little tour, and I'm so excited. So anyway, that's my new car and I love it. I'm so excited. Don't I look good? But one of my favorite things about it is, well, it looks like my husband's been in it, but there's these two buttons right here, 1 and 2, and 1 is when he gets in, he can push it and it puts the seat in his position. And then if I push 2, it raises me up because I'm like 5'5", but my torso is like this long. So I have to scoot up in order to see over the steering wheel and feel comfortable driving. I'm out of breath, it got hot outside. Anyway, I'm excited to have a new car, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions, leave them and I'll answer those. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for staying tuned. If you watched the whole story I gave, thank you so much. You're the real MVP. But I will see you in the next video. Be grateful, give grace. God bless.